Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Fuzzy from Fuzzy Ghost Models here, and back with another What's in the Effin' Box review. And this time we're gonna have a look at this beauty, just out from Airfix. New release, new tool, new molds, all the rest of that good stuff. A wonderful subject. I've always been fascinated with the Lysander since I built it when I was a kid. I think it was the Matchbox 72nd scale one. Loved the high wing and the cool little profile on it. Before we get into that, just want to thank Lost Aviator Coffee Company for great Java. If you want a discount, go over to their website, Lost Aviator Coffee, and use Fuzzy's Ghost Models for a discount on your first online order. I'm gonna have a quick sip of Joe here, and then we'll get into it. Oh, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. All right, so anyway, here we have it. 48 scale Lysander. It's a Mark 1 and a Mark 3. Side of the box, a couple of the markings that are available for it. And we'll get right into it. Put it off to the side here. All right, first Sprue bag. Typical Airfix. They're in larger bags. And multiple sprues in a bag. It's pretty standard fare from them. We're hung up here. Let me carefully pull this out so I don't rip anything off. I got a bit sticking through the bag. There we go. All right, and there is a part. Is that a part? Nope. All right, first sprue we're going to look at here. All right, it's got a couple of pilots, a couple of crew personnel. We'll zoom in, see what we can see. Couple of crew, and there's some of the bombs for the wings. It looks like there's a bit of flash on here. And a little bit of tiny flash on the bombs. That can be cleaned up. The instrument panel looks really good. Here's some of the seat detail. This one has the belts molded into the seat, right? And we go through the sprue again, more bombs. Bigger bombs, some more greeblies, and then the propeller, the hub cover. I'm not sure what this is. That a bank of Lewis gun ammunition, maybe. Radio, I'm not sure. And then more greeblies. There are two types of guns here, three types of guns. And some antennae, maybe struts, whatever. I'm not sure. And that's one sprue. And the next sprue that was in that bag was this one here. Now this has got some of the internal structure right here. And let's zoom in and get a little closer look. It's a bit of ejector pin marks here, but they might be covered with other detail. We'll have to look at the destructions. See if I can get that zoom properly or focus. Okay. All right. Yeah. So there are some ejector pin marks on the inside of this. I'm not sure if they'll be covered. Some large gates. That might be underneath. This is the top. So look at the struts. We'll zoom in on this. Got some really nice detail in through here. Both of the wing struts. And then the internals, the cage structure looks really nice. Some of the control runs. I'll flip this over so we can see the other side, because this looks like the non-viewing side, but just structure itself. Yeah, well, okay, give it a flip. And there are the parts. It's pretty much Airfix. Some good internals here. There's the rudder pedals. It's more the cage. So this is the inside that faces what you're going to see when it's assembled. That looks pretty good. It's going to paint up nicely, I think. Again, some nice metal work detail on the struts for the wings. All right, we'll zoom that out and we'll get the next bag out of the box. And that's this one here. This one has wings and some other clear in it. Pull this out, make sure there's nothing left in there. That's the clear. We'll put that away for next. All right, and here's some really cool stuff. This is the main fuselage parts and tail parts, it looks like. All right, so let's zoom in and we can look at the fuselage. It looks really, really nice. Nice detail on the fabric. And then the tail, and then the starboard side. It's got some nice detail on it. And this must be the lower fuselage. Yeah, looks good. It's got to be some of the ailerons or flaps. I'm not sure what those are. We'll figure that out when we build it up. And then you get into upper fuselage. Or is that upper fuselage? Not sure. They're fabric covered, so that may be, I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out. I don't know what those are. And then looks like rudder, and then some of the horizontal stabilizers with, yeah. All looks really good. Looks very nice. The other sprue in that was, the other sprue in that bag was this one here with the wings. And we'll have a quick look. Okay, those are the flaps and ailerons. And then we'll have a look at the upper wing. Got some nice recessed or texture on the, or forming anyway, the fabric covered wings. And then all the service ports. Yeah, both sides. Looks good. Metal on the front here. The metal parts with the rivets. Cool. That looks really good. Looks really good indeed. Now, I'm gonna save the clear parts that were in that bag for the last. We'll have a look at that at the end. There is one more sprue inside the box. We'll have a look at that. Okay, so here's this sprue here. It's got some engine stuff, landing gear, the covers, and that kind of thing. So, which side do we start with? We'll start with this side. I'll zoom in and have a look. Looks like tail wheel stuff. some engine stuff, and then wheels. It's kind of interesting there. They're separate, so they get some good depth to them for the wheel hubs. There's some solid wheel hubs there. And then we have, these are the covers for the wheels, for the wheel shrouds, or I don't know what you call them. And then the little wings that go on them. Right. It all looks pretty good, pretty standard. And here's part of the propeller transmission cover, or the control for the pitch controller. And then some of the cowling that's inside. The rings, some more of the cowl stuff. The cowl flaps open, exhaust, and then we go over to the major engine components. So it looks like some exhaust stuff, some push rods, some mounting rings, and then the engine itself, which has the bank basically on a blank, and then this looks like the other side, so we'll flip that over and have a look at that. And the details, not too bad. It's a little soft. This is the back side of it, and then the other sides of the engine mounts and engine parts. All right, so it looks pretty good. There's some ejector pin marks on the inside. We make sure they're clean before mounting, so make sure there's no interference. Now the inside of those little stubby wings, you want to call them, on the landing gear, it's got all the mounting points, because it'll have some bombs sometimes not. And one last thing with the non-clear parts I want to look at is we should look at the inside of the fuselage. So we didn't flip that one over. So let's go back and have a look, because Fuzzy's a little off today because he hasn't had enough coffee. So there's the inside of the fuselage. You can see there's almost no detail, but there is a heck of a lot of ejector pin marks that'll need to be cleaned up. Now most of that cage will be in there, so you're going to see some of it because it's supposed to be fabric. So this will all have to be cleaned up, and this will have to be cleaned up as well. All right, so let's have one last look at plastic parts, and this is the clear tree. Now that is outstanding. Those are super clear. Really, really nicely done. Well done, Airfix. We'll zoom in and we'll show you. I'll throw this down so you can see how clear they are. Really, really nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm very stoked about those clear parts. Look at how nice and clean and clear they are. Beauty. And there's different options I can see. So I'll have a quick look at the instructions before we move on. All right. Instructions. Okay, put those over there. Instructions. Won't spend too much time on this. Okay, so standard stuff. Fuel tank goes down on the fuselage floor, and then there's the caging that I was talking about for the reinforcement, because it's a fabric airplane, and all kinds of stuff. So you got your option of putting the pilot in and not putting the pilot in, and there's two options, one with belts and one without belts molded on. Might we'll see when we get to build it what we're going to do with that one. And then you just build it all up basically. It's pretty standard fare, it looks like. Yeah. And it's such a cool aircraft because the high wing and then the struts coming down with the landing gear. It's fantastic. And then the little stubby wings that are optional right here that you can mount stuff to, like little bombs and that. And you just walk through it. Options for rear gunner. Options for, yeah, there it is there. And then looks like there's options for three different canopies. Open and closed. So there's a Mark 1 closed. Sorry, 2, and a Mark 3 closed and open. So basically four options. And then the wings on the strut. Then the engine. The engine goes almost to the end. So simple assembly, it looks like. There's the exhaust. That might need warrant some replacing with a little resin thing so it's hollow unless we grind that out. Same with this intake. And there's the optional weapons, weapon rack on the back of the fuselage too for some of the, I think they're 50-pound bombs or maybe 25-pound bombs, maybe the little ones, I'm not sure. And then the last page of the instructions, just some of the fine little greeblies. You're mounting the machine gun options there, and that's it for the instructions. And we'll have a quick look at the decals. And there's instrument panel markings, looks like a map. And they look pretty good. I don't see anything off register at all. Looks like the carrier film is super close, which is awesome. Look at how close that is. That is fantastic. Yeah, well done. Well done. Very nice. And last but not least, let's have a look at what they give you for the color layout. So this is 3839 in Salisbury, 16 Squadron, black and white early recognition, no roundels on the wings, small roundels on the fuselage. And it's your brown and green, dark earth and dark green. And then your second is a Mark III from 309 Polish Squadron out of Glasgow. And this is more interesting colors because it's got the added yellow recognition band on the fuselage. It's got roundels on the upper wings and the big Polish marking on the side as well. That's pretty cool. And the light underside, the duck egg green as opposed to the white and black. So, I mean, this one doesn't have the bomb stations on it, and this one does. So overall, I mean, I like this one. It's more colorful, and that's me. And that's a quick in the box, what's in the effing box review of the Lysander 1/3 from Airfix, the new one, 48 scale. It looks pretty good. I think there's a little bit of room for improvement there. It doesn't seem to have the finesse, I'll say, that the latest Sea King or Gannett has on it. So yeah, we'll work with it. A little bit of flash on the bombs, but it's a cool subject. I've wanted this for a long time. The only other option I think was the old Gavia or Gavia. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Edward reboxed it, but this one's going to get built up straight away. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Matt's Modeling Den, Matt from Matt's Modeling Den, for bringing me this kit from England. And it was hand delivered. Showed up at my door and went, "Ooh, there you go. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Hope to see you soon." And yeah, this one's going to get built up really, really soon. And that's it for me. So all I can say is thanks for watching. Go buy yourself a mug. Fuzzy Ghost Models. A bad day modeling is better than a great day at work. There's some other mugs there. If you like your coffee like I do, then you need a good mug. It's a nice 20 ounce size mug. It helps me out. You can also buy me a coffee at Buy Me a Coffee. Links in the description. Also, I'd like to thank Lost Aviator Coffee Company for helping with the video. If you want a discount, go to their website and use Fuzzy's Ghost Models for a discount on your first online order. And that's it. We're done. Enough jibber jabber. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting to the end. And we'll see you on the next one.